Coal financing from Singapore's 3 local banks exceeded $1 billion last year. It was the highest amount in at least 9 years. While all 3 have since announced that they will stop funding new coal-fired power plants, industry players and green groups say the banks, well, they need to do more than divest from coal to fight climate change. And as Isabel Lim explains, engagement is key.
What do you want? Climate justice! When do you want it? Now! What do you want?
What began as a fringe movement by environmental activists has been taken up by mainstream financial institutions. This year, Singapore's local banks all pledged to halt financing for new coal-fired power plants after a long history of funding coal deals. According to data from Australia-based climate advocacy group Market Forces, DBS, OCBC and UOB collectively funded more than $1 billion in coal deals last year. From 2010 to 2018, DBS financed more than $2 billion in coal deals, OCBC more than $1.7 billion, and UOB over $600 million. But with the impact of climate change becoming more visible, the role of coal as a major contributor is prompting them to turn away. DBS's last coal power plant commitments are set to end in 2021. OCBC told CNA its coal financing this year is lower, while UOB says its remaining coal power plant deals make up less than 1% of its total financing portfolio.
For the last 24 months, we haven't done any new coal-fired power plants, right? And we're very comfortable with that. There is a small residual book that was from before 2018, and that will continue to shrink with time as those, continue to mature.
But an asset management company says rather than cutting out all firms linked to fossil fuels, what's needed is to engage them to commit to reducing emissions.
What it's about is developing a roadmap over a period of time with short-term interim targets to manage that transition. We also want to use active ownership to facilitate change by working with the management of companies to change their business profile and become more sustainable.
Some say there's also a need to review investments in all sectors, not just the dirtiest.
What we actually need to do is to transition the rest of the energy sector and the rest of also the food and infrastructure systems towards what's considered sustainable and resilient. So if we are just avoiding and not financing the brownest assets and then only financing the darkest green, there is an entire range in between that is not moving.
And while getting banks to come on board will take effort, the trend is clear. Finance is moving towards greener pastures.